Hello, and welcome back to another edition of All or Not According to Jack with your host Jack Toledano. And this is a very interesting setting. This is what I'm calling Toledano North. This is my home up north, away from Long Island. So, don't have the benefit of my home studio. So, this recording is going to happen uh, on my crappy Apple iPhone 7. So just please bear with me. So we're going to do an episode on, I believe, this is going to be an episode of top three metal albums by year, and this is going to be for the year 2002. So everybody, bear with me. There's no backdrop, but we're going to talk about my favorite albums of the year 2002. So, one thing that I don't normally do, I'm going to talk about some of the albums that I gave a listen to in an attempt to get them into the list, but they didn't quite make it. So, there was Blind Guardian, Night at the Opera, Pagan's Mind, Celestial Entrance, Mastodon, Remission, uh, and this was in the original top three, but it got bumped. Dream Theater, 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence. The first song, Glass Prison, I love it, but after that, the album was rather ordinary. So that's where we are. So we also gave a listen to Pain of Salvation, Remedy Lane, Nightwish, Century Child, Rhapsody of Fire, Power of the Dragon Flame, and even Manowar, Warriors of the World. Oh, yeah. I mean, love Manowar, but didn't top these three albums. So before we get into my albums, I just want you to look behind me, this shiny wall, or knotty pine wall. I did this myself, and it is just a thing of beauty. I absolutely love the work that happened, and if you look right over my right shoulder, that's my what the heck is it? My Wi-Fi that's making this all possible. So there you have it. So on to my top three of 2002. So the first one is Hammerfall, Crimson Thunder. So, songs that I really like on this album. Uh, the very first song, Riders of the Storm, 3.5 stars. Not to be confused with the song by the Doors, Riders on the Storm. Uh, Second song, Hearts on Fire, 4 stars. That's a song that they always play in concert, probably one of their favorites. Always makes it to the encore. On the Edge of Honor, 3.5. Crimson Thunder, another great freaking song. Uh, Title track, 4 stars there. Lure of the Alkane, I didn't rate that. It's an intro instrumental. Trailblazers, gave that 3.5. Dreams Come True, it's what I would call their obligatory ballad of the album, 2.5. Angel of Mercy, a Chastain cover, 3 stars. The Unforgiving Blade, oh, love this song. I just love that riff. The Unforgiving Blade. I gave that 4. In Memoriam, 3. It's an instrumental. And then the last song on the album, they ended it on a very high note with Heroes Return. 4 stars there. A song that made it to their greatest hit collection. So, Hammerfall, one of Sweden's best. I love them. And there you have it. So the next one, Symphony X, The Odyssey. Amazing, freaking album. This album, they're starting to get a little heavier. So basically, their prior album, Symphony X V5, the Mythology Suite, that was more of a progressive rock album, whereas this is starting to get more heavy progressive metal or prog metal. Great opener, song Inferno, Unleash the Fire, 4 stars. Wicked, that's a song when I first saw them on this tour. Actually, I saw them maybe a couple weeks prior to this album being released at a place in New Jersey. I remember Blind Guardian was the headliner on that night, but they played Wicked and they played King of Terrors, which we'll get to. So Wicked, a sign of things to come, very heavy. I love it though. Incantations of the Apprentice, probably their weakest song on the album, but I still gave it 3 stars. Accolade 2, a continuation of the Accolade from their the first Accolade, which was 9 minutes worth on the album Divine Wings of Tragedy. This is another 9 minutes, so you can almost play them back to back. 4 stars there. Song number 5, heaviest track of the album, and I absolutely freaking love it, King of Terrors. 4 stars, you gotta check it out. The Turning, probably their shortest song on the album, 4.5. It's a quick burner, gave that 3.5. Awakenings, a little more mellow, more of a typical softer proggy type song, 3.5. And I can't say enough about the title track, The Odyssey, 24 minutes long. It tells the story of Odysseus and the Cyclops, and the Homer's the Iliad. Starts with a beautiful acoustic passage by Michael Romeo. It's there's about 5 or 6 sections, but you know what? For a 24-minute song, other bands take note. This is how it should be done. Jethro Tull is the only other band that I think really gets it, how to produce a really long song, but never make it boring, so that you can go through that whole 24 minutes and you know what? You can listen to it a couple times. It's that damn good. So I gave it 5 stars, and I never do that. So when I first bought the album, there was an extra. Basically, they redid the song Masquerade from the first album, and let me tell you, Michael Romeo just freaking kills it in the beginning. I gave it 3.5 stars just based on that, that classical solo, neoclassical solo he does at the beginning. Yeah, I can't do it justice. You have to hear it. So that's so far. Hammerfall, Crimson Thunder, Symphony X, The Odyssey. So for my third, we originally had Dream Theater, but I kind of pulled them off because I found something better. Just so you know, I usually try to have a bunch of years in the hopper ready to go. But since this had sat for a while, I thought I would just revisit it a little bit. So for my third album, I went for a more, a more well-known friend, an old friend that has been doing this for many years. I think he started out in the mid-70s. We all became familiar with him in his days of Rainbow, and then in his days, a couple albums he did with Black Sabbath. Of course, I'm talking about Mr. Ronnie James Dio. Gotta love him. For 2002, he released an album called Killing the Dragon. He starts right out with that title track, Killing the Dragon. 4 stars there. Along Comes the Spider. Another 4 stars with amazing soloing by Doug Aldridge. Scream, 3. Better in the Dark, another 4. Really nice riff. Rock and roll. Kind of reminds you of the beat of the slow beat of Kashmir. That was 3.5. And then you got Push, Guilty, Throwaway, Children, kind of a little more middle of the road, 2.5 to 3 stars each. Another really cool track, Before the Fall. He brings in a keyboard player, and it's, for me anyway, a bit of a throwback to the Rainbow days. So, just really cool stuff. I gave that 4 stars. I love the Hammond organ in that song. Really brings me back to, to those good old days of Rainbow with, Ronnie and Richie and so forth. Last song, Cold Feet, gave that 3. And that rounds out Mr. Dio, Killing the Dragon. God, I miss him. I did get to see him once. About a month or 2 ago, I had some content where we talked about what the heck was it? SOT Fest on October 1st at the Chance in Poughkeepsie. Ironically, the only concert I ever saw at the Chance in Poughkeepsie was Mr. Dio. He had done. He covered his solo material. He covered some Rainbow. He covered some. What the hell was it? Some Sabbath. But it was probably maybe a couple of years before this album, Killing the Dragon, came out. So, Hammerfall, Crimson Thunder, Symphony X, The Odyssey, Ronnie James Dio, Killing the Dragon. I hope you don't mind this format. I'm not going to do this too often, but had to give you something because I am up at Toledano North for the whole week. And, I will be celebrating Thanksgiving tomorrow with my in-laws. Look forward to that every year. They make a really great turkey. I contribute a few sides. So my sides for this year, as I do every year, cauliflower or gratin. Cheese frosted cauliflower. That's what it's called. And then I'm going to do, what the heck is it? Brussels sprouts gratin. Looking forward. That's a new one. Looking forward to that. So, everybody, have a very, very happy Thanksgiving. And hopefully, I'll have another, before the weekend's over, I'll have another top. I'm going to try and get you the top 3 of 2003. That's going to, probably be in the same format, similar to this. Maybe I'll have a slightly different background, but you can see I'm very proud of my wall. Just a beautiful, never thought I could be this handy, but it's good shit, man. But anyway, happy Thanksgiving all. Eat some turkey, and just let's all be thankful for what we have in life. Gotta love you. Cheers.